Hello guys, so let's start the
Hello
video.
everyone. Many of you woke up this morning and found out that my account was banned.
Because you're gay and you show very inappropriate stuff.
And I know many of you are jumping for joy and thinking that this is a great victory.
Because it is.
Somehow,
1 to 10. 1
it makes
10.
you smile to know that an animal
1
rights
us,
activist
0 you.
is being silenced.
You're not being silenced. You silence other people. You're kind of getting karma, basically, for doing that stuff. And you're getting in trouble because you think it's okay to show people inappropriate objects, to show other people inappropriate things and videos to children that show blood, gore, and very inappropriate objects for children.
On one of the platforms. Why is that? Why does that bring you joy? I know why. Because you're feeling guilty.
Okay, listen, I hate people like this that say, I know everything about you and I know why you're this. You wanna know something? I don't like you, that is why. And basically, it's because you see this lady, I do not like her. And she says I have cognitive dissonance or something. And she is insane. I may be suffering from cognitive dissonance or some random disease she made up. But she is suffering from, I don't remember what the disease is called, what the disorder is called. It's where you have certain identities and you have fake identities. She has 2 fake identities, but she likes to pretend she is. She has some another alt account that has been banned. That me teacher Miss Tofu. And the thing is, on that channel, she's crazy on that. She smoked a carrot or something, and she acted like she was like smoking carrots, and she was weird. And then she's like that vegan nurse, which is supposed to be like a 20-year-old something person that's a nurse. So yeah,
You know you shouldn't be eating animals.
I know I can because
you shouldn't be paying to
it's allowed.
And you cannot look in the mirror and see that in you.
I can. I actually can.
Cognitive dissonance. You think you're a good person.
Because I'm not.
But on the other hand,
The thing is, I have a okay moral compass. It's kind of down there. But the thing is, with me paying for animal deadness, that doesn't do anything wrong. It doesn't make me even worse on there.
People to rape, torture, and murder these innocent animals who never did one single thing wrong to you.
Okay, listen, a lot of them have done things, not wrong to me, but to a lot of humans. Animals have killed lots of people. Lots of animals can cause wild things. Lots of animals are just very bad and not okay. And some of them are really crazy. And the thing is, I'm fine with eating animals. I love eating meat. Meat is delicious. I love steak.
Middle-aged, gray-haired woman who's 56 and who is a school teacher and a nurse.
You're not a school teacher, you're not a nurse. And if you want to go with that, you're let's say, if you want to be both of those, well, you have to add the other alter ego you have. The one where you, what's it called? You smoke carrot, you pretend you're high off the wall, and you wear weird Native American tribal clothing. It's just crazy.
Gets shot down. This somehow brings you great joy.
'Cause it's good and I hate you and you're not good.
But this is real life. It's not a video game.
Oh.
There are actual victims.
There are actual victims of what?
There are actual animals who are suffering right now.
No, there aren't.
In ways that you know nothing about.
In ways that you know nothing about. I think a lot of people know a lot about it because you yell in their face, hey, animals are being tortured and raped and they're being deleted off the face of the earth. Quick, stop or you're going to go to hell if you don't help me.
The biggest reasons that I'm glad to be out of it.
But you say you're glad to be out of it, but you say I'm a teacher all the time in like all of your videos. So you must love being a teacher.
We don't encourage people to be
the thing is, the school
free thinkers.
Listen, She says that, but the thing is, the way you talk and the way you have your comments closed, it doesn't let us talk or be free thinkers with you talking. It doesn't help at all. And it's crazy because the thing is, the schools don't have to teach you about being an animal rights activist. The schools don't have to teach you about animal rights. They just have to teach you about how to hold a job and how to be able to live in life. They don't have to teach you anything else. They don't have to teach you art. They don't have to teach you sports. They just have to teach you some good math and some science, and that's basically it. And then they have to teach you other stuff.
We don't encourage them to do research on things that are important. One of the things I really didn't like about being a teacher is that I couldn't just trust the kids to go on the internet and look up things.
Yeah, but the thing is, you want them to look up Dominion, which is very inappropriate and has tons of inappropriate things in it.
I wanted to be able to let them go to see Dominion movement and the way that these animals are treated. But I couldn't do that.
Because you'll get in trouble because they're childs and will be scarred for life. And then you go to jail for mental and child abuse, and for mental abuse. You abuse those children. You act like it's okay for children to be able to be abused mentally, because what you're trying to say they should be able to see is very inappropriate and could scar them and mentally abuse them. So does that mean it's okay for me to show a child, I don't know, a psychological horror or someone getting beat to death? I don't think that's okay.
I would get in trouble if they accidentally went onto a disturbing site.
Which is Dominion.
i.e. the truth. What's wrong with our society that we're so scared to tell kids the truth about what's going on?
Because they'll be scarred. Listen, it's either way. We show kids the i.e. the truth, which he likes to say, and they get scarred for life, and our children are doomed for almost nothingness. Which means they don't get a job, the economy's might fail, all of this stuff. Or we don't show them that, and we show them when they're mature enough age, and there's a higher chance that they can hold a job, they're not scarred for life, and the economy stays stable. Or we can do what you want to do. Basically ending a good amount of children's happiness by scarring them and mentally abusing them. Wow, nice stuff. Well, nice touch, Miss Teacher Karen.
Well, the parents are also scared.
They're not scared.
In our society right now, parents are mere children.
No, they're not. So does that mean you are a child? Is that what this means? What's this mean, huh? Explain. Is that what this means? Explain it. Does that mean you're a child because you act like it? So yeah, let's explain that.
They've never actually grown up.
They have. They have a lot. You're one of the only people who says that. You're one of the only people that haven't grown up. They grow up a lot. The reason, if they haven't grown up, how's their TikTok? How's their YouTube? How's their all this other stuff? Well, the thing is, if they didn't grow up, we wouldn't have all this technology and all this other stuff because they didn't grow up.
An older version of their kids.
No, they're not.
I learned this now because after being on TikTok and watching the amount of duets that are going on there and realizing it's horrifying how uneducated
the thing is, you're uneducated. You say the uneducated vast majority, but you're the only one that's uneducated. You're the only one that's an idiot. You're the only one that doesn't know anything. You say you're a teacher, but you might as well be a 5-year-old that doesn't know anything and doesn't know how to speak, barely knows their alphabet, can't count to 10. So yeah.
Vast majority of the population is.
Your population. Population
it's
you.
Normal that they would want to take somebody down who can.
Because you're an insane person. You're insane. You are mentally you are mentally unstable. You literally have 3 different identities. You like to act up. And it's crazy how you say people are insane, but you're the insane one. Just imagine that. Crazy, right? And you just do this stuff and you say, oh, you're stupid. It's dumb.
Confronts all these different groups.
You don't confront them. You don't confront them. You go, hey, I don't like what you're saying. Oh, and no, you don't even go like that. You go, I like clout. Oh, this person has a lot of subscribers and TikTok followers and TikTok clout. Let me go after them so I can get that TikTok clout to come back and then pretend I'm a vegan and then say they're vegan phobic. Wow. And then bully a ton of minors.
See, I've never limited myself with who I talk to about how the animals are treated.
I think you kind of do. You kind of do. You mainly, if you didn't limit yourself, you would be, I don't think I would be seeing you on the internet. You would be going outside and talking about it. Nobody would be talking about you because you'd be outside doing this stuff. It seems like you only care about people from, let's say, 25 and younger that talk to about it. And you say you talk to everybody about it. You might, but you like to talk to 5-year-olds and young kids about this and young people about this.
I will talk to a 5-year-old, a 10-year-old.
You can't talk to a 10-year-old, 10 to 5-year-old. You can't talk to anybody at least under the age of 12 about, hey, look, animals are getting brutally murdered and they're getting ground up and that all this bad stuff is happening, and show them it, because then they'll be scarred for life and that'll be your fault and then you'll be going to jail.
A teenager. I will talk to a new mom, a dad. I will talk to anybody. Teachers, principals, doctors, therapists. I will talk to grandparents, and I have. I will talk to my neighbors who are walking their dogs, and colleagues, because everybody needs to know what's going on.
No, not everybody needs to know what's going on.
Think of it this way. If a group of teenage
Only people that
boys
care about it need to know
together
what's going on.
Behind the scenes and start
not behind the scenes. The thing is, the only reason they are actually taking you down is because they talk about it, and then you make a video on it, and then you go, nah, they're vegan phobic. It's crazy.
Attacking somebody like me, an animal rights activist, or any other, because it won't be long before they come after all the other animal rights.
No, it won't. They only talk about you
Then
because you're because of your actions.
If they actually fought for good
They're not,
in the world.
Listen, you say they're fighting for good, but the thing is they are. You're trying to say you fight for a good purpose. You're fighting for half of a good purpose, but you're doing evil things fighting for half of that good purpose. You're not even fighting for the whole good thing.
You see, the problem is that they're just so mixed up.
No, they're not. They are not. These people know what they're talking about. You're the only person that doesn't know what you're talking about. You're the only insane one here. They know what they're talking about. You say they don't know what they're talking about, but they know what they're talking about because you've given them the proof and you've given them the evidence.
They don't actually know who's good and who's evil.
Because they know who's good and evil. You're the evil.
That somebody who's defending the most innocent.
You're defending the most innocent people. Animals can attack people, and they can do all these other things that could show signs of, I don't know, neglect, abuse, and other things. And a lot of them don't have to, because all these caged up and not being able to move, they don't really happen a lot. Crazy, right? They only happen for people that don't like the animals and don't care about them. Lots of cows are given like acres of land just for like 1 cow or 5 cows.
Innocent animals among us is a bad person. How messed up is that?
Get away from me. Get away from my face. You look disgusting. I hate your face.
Bad. get that idea?
Because they have a brain. Crazy, right? And then the thing is, you're the only one here that doesn't have a brain. You're the only one saying they're insane. It's crazy.
I don't know. But I can tell you that schools are not helping us to fix it. So where do we go from here? Well, first of all, animal rights activists don't stop being animal rights activists. I'm never going to quit. You can close down one account, you can close down another one, I will keep popping up. Or if you keep closing them down and eventually you've used up all of the means,
The thing is, look, this is what she's trying to say. This is one of her accounts. This gets closed down, plus this. And then when this gets closed down, you add another one. And then when this one gets closed down, and then she makes another one. Oh no, she can't make it fully because you want to know why? She gets sued. And that's how it's going to work for her. And then she's not going to be able to have an account anymore. Crazy, right?
Still be in front of my house with a sign, or in a shopping center protesting, or filming other activists.
The thing is, if you go outside and you do all this other stuff, the thing is, and you get all of your accounts get banned, you probably will get beat and you will probably get robbed and attacked because so many people don't like you because of what you're doing. And I'm not going to condone that, but it's still going to happen because not many people like you.
I'll go back to being a reporter and talking about them.
Now you're a reporter. You're a teacher. You're a teacher. You're a nurse. You're a high off the wall native lady. Now you're a reporter. Crazy.
But I'll never stop. The animals are too important. They're alone. They have no.
They're not alone. They have lots of people that protect them. So shut up. Lots of them are better than you, and lots of them actually care.
The chickens, the cows, the pigs, the lambs, the turkeys, they all have a right to their body integrity. They all have a right to live. And many of you have no idea what goes on behind closed doors. The billions of animals that are so badly mistreated, systemically, not just the occasional one, but crammed into places that are as horrible.
They're not crammed into places. Most of them are not crammed into places. Most of them have acres of space. Most of them are not like that. I'm not denying that some of them are abused and some of them are crammed into small spaces. I'm just saying the way you say it and the way you act like it's like it's worldwide. And it is not worldwide. It is usually worldwide in a small area. And then it doesn't happen. And there are laws for it too, so shut up.
As the Nazi death.
No, it is not. You're that Holocaust teacher, aren't you? Now you're a Holocaust teacher. Who knew? You have 4 jobs. 5 jobs. And you like to take animal deaths and you like to put them to Holocaust. They do not match. We're going to take a puzzle piece of the Holocaust. Nazis killing Germans. That is a Holocaust. Animals getting killed. That's a puzzle piece that goes for a different puzzle. It doesn't fit. That's not how it works. You can try and jam it in all you want in the Holocaust area. It doesn't fit. It's not gonna fit. It's not gonna work.
Worse. The animals have it worse. Holocaust never ended for them.
The thing is, there is not a Holocaust
it
for
had been
them.
worse. And you don't realize it. And I know you don't realize it because I saw your duets before my account was taken down. I saw this one girl yelling at the camera and saying, "You don't
Listen, she probably didn't even yell at the camera. She probably gave real points. She probably sat down correctly. She probably talked correctly. She probably didn't yell at all. She probably was using her normal voice. And then what you like to do is you like to say she was yelling. And then you put a picture into the people's heads like she's some crazy barbaric animal. And it's crazy how you can do that to people.
understand. How can you say that these animals are treated the way that the Jewish...
And listen, let's play a game with that vegan teacher. Let's play with her with her own game. She likes to do this little pull out of your ass assignment sheet. Let's do that for her.
Prisoners were. They're not raped.
Wrong. They
Yes,
were
they
raped.
are.
No, they are raped. So you get a check, they get a check.
Forced into slavery? Yes.
No, they're not. Girl, yes. Good. Check no from that vegan teacher. She's wrong in that they're not forced into slavery. Maybe in the 1900 something when there weren't really any animal laws, they were forced to pull stuff. But the thing is, we don't do that anymore because there are machines that we can use. So
yes,
wrong for that
are.
vegan teacher.
They're not murdered. Yeah.
Now, the thing is, she likes to say they're not murdered, but everybody knows animals are murdered to get the food. The thing is, everybody knows the animals are killed. And so, wrong on that vegan teacher for saying that. She gets a double check X. The girl doesn't get anything on that because she didn't say that. I know for God she didn't.
Yes, they are. They're not put into gas chambers.
Let's see this.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not, because if we put them in the gas chambers, what's going to happen? The gas is going to, when they inhale the gas, it's going to go into their body, into their blood. And then when we eat the meat, it's going to go into the meat because the meat is going to absorb the blood that has the deadly toxins in it. And then the people who get fed it will die right away. Crazy, right? So that's an X on that vegan teacher. Check on her.
And for what? Why did we do
So I can eat some tasty meat and so I don't get hungry.
that to the Jews? Why did the world let that happen? Because good people remain silent.
Shut up. You say good people remain silent, but you silence the what you like to call bad people, which is very bad. Oh my gosh, she's crazy.
So now what? Use all the power that you have going forward to educate yourself. Use your critical thinking skills. Go and actually watch the documentaries that all of us have watched.
Not everybody has watched them. Only you and people you forced to watch has watched them.
Go to watchdominion.com and don't be cowardly about it. Don't watch it in a group of people while you...
Rent free! Everybody clap your hands. Everybody clap your hands. I repeat, everybody clap your hands. Derpian stays rent free for all of eternity. Until she dies, he's rent free. He does not pay any money. He is rent free in her mind. Rent free. Just clap, everybody. Clap for him. Congratulate him, bro. Derpian, good job. Rent free.
While you talk and while you try to close your...
You don't close your eyes. He closed their eyes. I saw the stream. He closed their eyes. Because number one, then YouTube would be like, little third-party associate be like, hey, he kind of showed this inappropriate stuff. And then he's going to get in trouble because you're forcing people to watch that. And then maybe if that happened, you would understand, hey, this might be inappropriate because YouTube flagged him for watching it.
Close your eyes to what's going on. Don't mute the sound of the animals.
He muted it for them so that they wouldn't have to hear it.
Watch it in small bits by yourself.
Small bits? What do you mean by small bits? 1 minute each year? 5 minutes each day? What is it?
Or with a friend that you trust.
He trusted all of those friends. I know for gosh he did. He probably trusted all those friends because that's why he asked them. That's why he asked them to get on, because he probably trusted them. And the thing is, she says don't watch it in a group. But Karen, am I right? Isn't it good for kids to watch something in a group or do something in a group? Because then they can talk about it and say how it could be right or how it could be wrong. Am I wrong? Or am I right? Because I think I'm right.
Who is seriously interested in learning. There are many cowardly teenagers here on YouTube.
Cowardly teenagers. Cowardly teenagers. As she says,
who have said
they're not cowardly.
Dominion and it was a joke to them.
They're not cowardly. They probably watched the actual thing. And the thing is, if they probably didn't even say it was a joke to them. They probably said something else. And if they say that's a joke with watching it, I could get that it could be wrong for most people. And it's a little wrong. I'd have to agree. But the thing is, they probably didn't even say that. You're just pulling that out of your ass. It's crazy how you can lie about that.
To them, they thought it was funny seeing the animals suffer like that. Doesn't that seem strange to you?
Doesn't it seem strange to you?
Doesn't that worry you to some degree?
No, it doesn't.
That psychopaths here...
Psychopath. Let's see the definition of psychopath. Definition of psychopath. Definition of psychopath. Psychopathy is defined as a mental antisocial disorder in which an individual manifests immoral and antisocial behavior, shows a lack of ability to love or establish meaningful personal relationships, expresses extreme egocentry, and demonstrates a failure to learn from experience and other behaviors associated. The thing is, all of these people probably have learned from stuff like that. And they're not psychopaths. The thing is, they would be a psychopath if they became a best friend with this animal and they saw it die and they didn't care. And they said it was a joke. The thing is, it's different. It's like going on the news and seeing a random guy die. You feel a little bad, but it's not like where you have to pull up. It's not where you have to harass people about it.
Have a voice so strong. It's not them that's the problem. It's everyone who follows them and doesn't...
Guys, she's calling you out. She's calling you out, bruh! She's calling you out. She is calling you out. I repeat, she is calling you out.
Say anything like, yo, dude, there's nothing funny about watching this mother pig.
The thing is, number one, they'll probably get bullied. And I don't think many people want to get bullied. Number two, they probably don't really care that much. And the thing is, a lot of them, they can agree because they have a brain and they have an actual mind. And how the people usually are more right than you are ever.
in a tight, confined space.
The thing is, that only happens in certain areas, and it's crazy how she can act like it happens everywhere, but it doesn't, because there's laws, and lots of them are not like that.
So tight that she can't even turn around. And when her babies are born, and one of them is dead, and the brother or sister looks desperately for some warmth and lies down.
Looks desperately for some warmth and lies down. You're acting like it's the murder of almost an entire family. 'Cause it isn't. It doesn't count because it's an animal. That's what happens.
On the dead body of their sibling. There's nothing funny about that. There's nothing funny about a man who goes in back of a pig and starts rubbing her and masturbating. Disgusting behavior. It's abhorrent. It's not normal. There is nothing normal about the way that we treat animals.
There is lots of things that are normal about how we treat
when
animals.
When it comes to the chickens and the baby boy chicks that are born.
So, you know how people are killed in real life? But it's not a video game? So, does that mean is there going to be some person named that human teacher and they're going to do the exact same thing? No, there isn't.
Born, and an assembly line goes by, and people pick them up, and if they're boys, put them on a separate assembly line, and they go in to be murdered, ground up alive. There's nothing.
They're not ground up alive. If they're killed, they're given sedatives so that they fall asleep.
About that, when we can absolutely survive without eating eggs or chicken.
The thing is, with chicken, we can survive without eating eggs, but with chicken and milk and other items like that, we probably won't survive. Because number one, if with you, that vegan teacher, if we don't drink milk, our bones are going to be as brittle as freaking Xbox cord, or an HDMI cord, or a headset connector cord, or a charger cord. Because milk gives a thing to the body that makes your bones more stronger. And it's just crazy. And basically, like, then we wouldn't be able to survive. How would we be able to fight anything? How would we be able to survive? All of those years of, evolution and learning would be gone to a waste because we would almost all be dead. And it's crazy.
Chickens, or pigs, or cows. There's absolutely nothing normal okay about us raping these mother cows, forcing them to be pregnant with sperm that came from us masturbating a bull.
I have nothing to say. I can't say anything. This lady pulls shit out of her ass. It's crazy.
Turning it into the female. And when her baby is born, to murder the boy. But first, we will put him in a tiny confined area.
They don't. They do not. They get it ready for the murder by giving it probably like something to make it fall asleep. That's what they give it. And it's crazy how you can act like it's like how they're like shot in the leg and then they're left there to bleed.
For a few days, sometimes a few weeks, isolated, crying for his mother, unable to see his siblings.
It's not crying for his mother. It's able to see its siblings. It's able to do all this stuff, but then it dies. And the thing is, we don't do the bull thing or the cow thing. Because what we do is we leave some of the male cows alive so that we don't have to go capture other ones. And then, and because all my Minecrafters out there know that you gotta be able to like be ready like right away. Like the second you get 2 cows, you got that wheat started. You have that wheat. And it's birthed like that. And we don't do that. We let them birth normally, but then we take some of the babies. We take a percentage. So we take some of the males, we put them for the breeding, and then we take some of them to get killed so that we can eat them. And some of the females are even killed.
It's the most barbaric thing that if you tried, you couldn't even invent something worse.
I could. Let's see. So, human animal torture chamber. What happens is you know Newton's little ball thing? It works just like that. They get pushed side to side to heat each other and beat each other, and because of Newton, they'll be hitting each other for such long periods of time that both of their skins will probably be hitting each other like this. Try hitting your knuckles if you want, you don't have to, and hitting them against each other, and then add a rug burn. That's what it's going to feel like. Their skins are going to get rubbed to each other, hits, rub each other again, hits, rub each other again, and then they'll probably be bleeding. I can create some horrible torture machines if I put my mind to it.
It is a holocaust that the animals are going through.
It's not a holocaust. It's not a holocaust.
There's nothing okay about it.
There's lots of things that are okay about it.
Anyone who thinks that there is something okay with that needs help.
I don't need help. You need help. The problem with our
school system is not that we are churning out people who can't read and write or are not ready for the job.
We turn out people who are ready to read and that are ready to write. It's some of the people. The thing is, we get them, schools get them ready to be able to read and to be able to write, and they even have things that help them be able to read and write. But some of them, they leave, and then they can't read and write, and then they can't get a good job. Only some people can actually get far in life even if they just drop out of high school or something. Only a certain amount of people. And the thing is, it's a good amount of people, though. And the thing is, the reason school's there is mainly to get you ready for college, and then you can choose your job. I don't know why I need to explain that to you, a teacher, a so-called teacher.
Is that we haven't taught kids to think and to care. Those should be the...
Okay, listen. The thing is, you know when you come out of your mom's womb, when you're born, your brain is not fully functional yet. Over life, you care more depending on the person you are and your disorders. You care for more things. You care a lot depending on your person, on you, and then you care more. And the school doesn't need to teach you about caring and stuff, because the thing is, your brain, it kind of works itself out when you talk to people and stuff.
Only 2 criteria to graduating. Have you proved that you can think for yourself, research the actual truth? And have you proved to us that you care? Have we taught you empathy?
They don't need to teach you that, though, because you learn that yourself. That's how life works. And the thing is, they don't need to teach you that. They need to teach you how to hold a job. And they need to teach you how holding a job can help you. And they need to teach you stuff for your job in that profession. and they teach you
It's
all
not.
about all jobs.
The entire society collapses because of that.
The entire society collapse is if they have a mental disorder, if almost I would have to say a good 70% of people are leaving school. A good a good amount of people are not getting a good education, don't have a good mindset, don't have a good mental health.
When we start to cheer on people who think that hurting others is okay, we are falling into a deep, dark, black hole. Now, when my account was banned, two things popped into my head.
And you gotta think, this entire video is about her getting banned. And it's called Censorship, Why Good People Must Rise Up and Speak Out.
One was the day that John Robert Bell's account was banned. You remember him. He's somebody on the app who talks about human rights, but fails to understand that
He doesn't fail to understand. He talks about you and your actions.
Sentient beings, such as animals, are just like children and should be included.
They are not like children. Children are different than them. They are very different. If you see an animal getting brutally killed and you see a child getting brutally killed, which one are you going to feel more empathy for? One that had a good educational life, could have been very rich and famous, could have been happy, or an animal that would have died by an animal anyway?
Into all of his compassion that he has. But instead, he gleefully eats them in front of me and many others.
He doesn't eat
thereby
them in front of you.
The torture of these poor innocent animals. But when his account was banned last summer, the first thing that came to my mind, even though one might say he is my arch enemy, but he really isn't. But
He really isn't.
When his account was banned, the first thing I did,
The first thing so-called you did,
was to immediately contact TikTok.
Shut up. Shut up right now. You did not do that. You probably, you know how all of us are happy because you're getting banned? You were probably exactly like that.
That it was wrong. It was wrong. Because he was speaking up
It
on
was
behalf
wrong.
Of the humans.
It was wrong, but you don't think it's wrong because you don't like him.
At that time, he wasn't speaking against animals at that time. And I believe that we have a right to voice our opinions, even if we disagree.
Shut up. We have a right to voice our opinions. Let me go see something really quick. Let me see this really quick. Hey, if you guys need a little bit help seeing that, can you see that? Comments are turned off. I want you guys to see that. Shut up, that vegan teacher. Shut up.
Now, if his account was banned a second time now, after me attempting to reach him and to show him that being vegan is necessary.
It's not necessary.
And the compassionate thing to do.
It is not necessary, and it doesn't need to be the compassionate thing to do.
After he has been educated for so long and continues to pay for this complete torture of these innocent animals, I would not go to help him. Because I sincerely think that he is causing more harm than good now.
He's causing more harm
that
for
doesn't
you
mean it always
than
has
good.
To be that way.
But he is causing good.
But at this point, anybody who laughs at an animal rights activist, anybody who is vegan-phobic to that degree, after having...
Vegan-phobic. Let's see. Definition of vegan-phobic. If I want to see this. Definition of Vegan. Right there. Vegan phobia. Definition right there. Wikipedia. All I can see is vegan phobia and Urban Dictionary. And let's to Wikipedia, vegan phobia. Vegan phobia is an aversion to vegan people. In the 21st century, it became to frame the phenomenon in the sociological sphere and makes its appearance. Vegan phobia is because you don't like you don't like vegans. It's people who don't like you. So there must be some sort of thing called that vegan teacher phobia, because that's what you might as well be saying. Now let's go to Urban Dictionary and see what it is, which I very like. Something a crazy vegan woman, also known as that vegan teacher, made up. John, I'm going to enjoy McDonald's with my family. That vegan teacher, eating animals is wrong. Stop or you're going to hell. Change your religion. John, shut the fuck up. That vegan teacher, vegan phobia is wrong. Stop eating animals. I have to say, Urban Dictionary is not lying. They are telling the truth. This is, yeah, that's kind of true. That's basically true, what she says.
Many months to change is despicable.
Despicable me too.
The other thing that came to mind was Gary Yourofsky, who was one of the reasons that I became vegan. I remember the day that I found out that he decided to quit being an activist. It was a devastating day. Decided to quit being an activist.
Let's see
Gary
this.
Yourofsky.
Let's see this guy. Listen, guys. Thank this guy for that vegan teacher. Thank him for that vegan teacher. I'm pretty sure it's this guy. It might be, who knows. I'm pretty sure it is. Because I just searched Gary Yourofsky vegan. I'm pretty sure it's this guy. It might be this guy. It might be this guy. I don't know. So yeah. I'm pretty sure it's one of those guys who is the vegan guy who made this person. That vegan teacher who started her career.
It was one of the reasons that I became vegan. I remember the day that I found out that he decided to quit being an activist.
Is this that vegan teacher's backstory? It's like she has a Batman backstory. It's like Gary Yourofsky died, and then I became Batman. Vegan girl.
It was a devastating day for me.
Devastating day. Devastating day when you say that. You act like all of Canada was nuked, and then we all died.
To him as somebody who gave me strength, courage.
Gave me strength and courage.
And somebody to follow.
Follow.
I admired his speeches, and I admired how. Hey, do you want to save money when you shop online? You should click right here and download Honey. No. Don't click there. Click here. Like him. And I didn't know him personally, and maybe if I met him in person, I wouldn't like him either. But what I saw in his speech, that you can Google, the best speech you'll ever hear, or something like that it's called.
It's this guy, I think. Think it's this guy. Yeah.
It moved me. And I know it moved millions of people. Now he left, and he left his torch there, burning. And I looked at it and I thought, I can't take that. I can't follow in his footsteps. I'm not ready.
Oh my gosh, you're acting like you're Batman. And then, you're acting like you're Robin. You're Robin. Batman just died and you need to take his torch and light it on fire.
I don't know how to make great speeches. I don't know enough facts about the animals. I can't stand there and talk as long as he did. How am I going to do that? But I looked around and didn't see anybody else rising to be as passionate as he was, who talked about the Holocaust that the animals are going through.
They're not going through a Holocaust. They are not going through a Holocaust.
Didn't see anybody. And so I just thought, I'm going to go for it. And somehow I accumulated 1.7 million followers.
The thing is, 1.7 million followers, most of those followers are people who just want to get in your comment section to to absolutely troll on you.
Now, most of them were there to laugh at me.
Because you're gay.
That's normal when we're trying to change society.
You're not trying to change society. You're trying to change nothing. You don't care. I hate you. Nobody likes you, and it's because of your actions. That's why people did that. Because of your actions.
People who speak out against something, and you think to yourself, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this?
This person thinks that animals should have rights? That they should have...
They already have laws. Do you want us to go back to if you want, go back to 1932 or some 1915 or something when animals probably didn't have any laws. There weren't any laws for animals. Then go do this.
They should have a Bill of Rights? This person is telling me that I shouldn't eat eggs or drink milk or eat meat?
You're
something
gay.
That my teachers and my doctor and my parents have been telling me their whole lives? So they laugh and think I'm crazy, but they follow anyway out of curiosity. And then after that, the next stage is that because I start to make everyone feel guilty.
You're not making anybody feel guilty. You're only making people hate you. That's it.
Then they get angry. Then they put up a shield. And then they come after me with a knife.
With a knife.
And they try to cut my throat.
And
today they did.
They try to cut my throat.
That. Over on TikTok.
Yeah, because nobody likes you, and you think it's okay to show children inappropriate content.
One of the most prominent animal rights activists on the app, the most well-known, the most hated, but the most well-known.
What you just said, but the most hated. Well-known doesn't defeat well-hated. Well-hated defeats well-known. That's what it is.
But I'm still here. And I'm not going to stop.
I don't think you will be here for long.
After the stage 2 of
because everybody wants to delete your YouTube channel now.
Is stage 3. And that is when society starts to accept what's going on and realize that fringe movement, those people on the edges, those animal rights activists actually had a point.
No, they didn't.
People start to realize
only the good ones. Only the good ones have them. Only the actual people that have brains and understand anything, they will understand them. But they will look at you and they will say, "Hey, that person's pretty screwed up," and this community look bad. And then you're gonna be known as the person who did not
really did care. They weren't joking around. Those animal rights activists know what goes on with the animals. They are here as messengers, and we should...
Messengers! You're acting like an angel from heaven, and you message everybody on TikTok and tell them, hey, if you don't do that, change your religion, and if you don't become vegan, you're gonna go to hell. I don't think that's what a messenger says.
Listen to them.
My
how do we get there?
my Yahoo.
Good people need to rise up. The silent majority needs to speak up and say, when that vegan teacher's account was shut, that wasn't okay.
It was okay. It was okay because you wanted to show people, and you were going after big creators because you like clout and you are hungry for views. You're a
When that
little
vegan teacher
goblin
was
in
calling
Reach
out
and you like
every single
views.
religious group and every single age and every single gender and every single minority and saying to them, hey, you guys can try to be more vegan. You don't need to buy that. You don't need to pay for that. You don't need to wear that. People need to realize that that is a good thing. And people need to realize that that is necessary in society. And instead of
Sorry guys, they spaced out for a second. I didn't know what the hell she said. I was playing with tape. This is so fucking boring.
looking upon animal rights activists as a crazy fringe group,
Cause you are.
people
Animal rights activists are not a crazy fringe group. Your entire life is a crazy fringe group. You are insane and you are just crazy.
start. And they are starting, and they will continue to realize that we're here to stay. And what we're doing is necessary.
It is not necessary.
What you're eating,
She likes to say the word necessary and needed. But nothing that she does is needed. Nothing.
is not food.
Animals are
It's
food.
violence.
It's not violence.
What you're paying for
Is
is
food.
not food.
It's
It's
delicious.
violence.
It's food. And I love it.
Unless you are living in an area where you absolutely need to hunt or fish because you have no other choice.
Oh, but I thought you said all the disorders and all those other stuff were fake, huh? Are you being a hypocrite? What up? And it's crazy.
What you're doing is immoral. And that's why people wanted me removed. Because I made them feel that guilt. But is it okay to shoot the messenger? Really?
Yes, it is. And you're not a
Do you really
messenger.
want a society like that?
Yes, I do. And the only messengers that are okay are people that actually
I'm here
like do something for a good
certain amount of
cause.
years on the planet. And I ate animals for a long time. And I will never stop feeling guilt for that.
I will never
Their
stop
milk,
feeling guilt for
stealing their
that.
milk, stealing milk from baby cows. What kind of a horrible person was I?
You were
To do that.
perfect. You were not disgusting. You were
So I
perfect
can't
then.
stop. I won't stop.
You should
I
stop.
will always be that vegan teacher.
You will be
If
gay.
I'm kicked off an app, or if I'm kicked off whatever, I will always be that vegan teacher. People will always feel guilty when they hear my name.
No, they
Some of them
won't.
will feel proud because they've taken on, and they are the new vegan teachers. There will always be new vegan teachers.
They will. You're acting like, what's it called? You're acting like it's a thing you've passed down as a generation. And it's a universal thing where when a vegan teacher dies, a new one comes alive. And and this is how we shall survive as the vegan teacher family.
Dead, somebody else will refer to that vegan teacher as another person. In the meantime, we go on fighting.
And we won't stop fighting either.
Hey guys, check this out! I just got.
Remember, if a bunch of
And we'll
teenage
keep
boys
fighting too.
take down a middle-aged woman who has no weapon and who is there.
You have lots of weapons. It's like we have one knife. We have one pocket knife. You have millions of machetes, guns, tanks, cannons, missiles, and you shoot them at us. But the thing is, then we have a shield, and we actually use that shield, and then we attack you when we can get close enough. Because if you were defenseless, then you would have been banned, and nobody would have heard from you for so long. If you were defenseless. But you say you're defenseless, but you had hundreds of weapons. and then you attack us.
Speak on behalf of the most innocent among us. Then think of what a group of teenage girls could do if they rose up and fought for what's right.
Fought for what's right. Okay, are you calling yourself a teenage girl now? Think you're a little old for that, Miss 56-year-old, white-haired, blue glasses gay girl.
Now, you might think I'm exaggerating with the genders.
And lots of girls actually agree with a lot of the commentators about how you're very gay. I bet.
Maybe. Not all women are good, and not all girls are good. But the majority of my supporters are girls.
How do you know? How do you freaking know? A lot of my majority are girls. Listen, I have an alt account that is trying to go on, has been on the inside of that vegan teacher for a while now. And basically, I've looked at all the accounts, and all of the accounts have boys, they act like boys, they follow boys, and a lot of them are guys. And so yeah, stop capping, Karen.
Most often, girls can see things that guys can't.
Shut up. Yeah, shut up. Acting like girls are an ultimate thing. No offense, girls, but I have to say, just because there's a crazy vegan teacher, doesn't mean you guys have a superpower to see tons of things. And she likes to say, I feel she's gonna go on this rant about how teen boys are evil and how girls are awesome because some of them are vegan.
Not all. But sometimes, if they are given the space, they have the intellectual capacity and an open heart to be able to see something that men are not able to.
I'm able to see everything. I'm pretty intellectual. I can see lots of stuff. I usually have a lot of space. I can do it without any space, actually. And I look at you, and all I see, if you want, I can take 5 minutes, and I can make some space. And I will look at you, and I will see what kind of person you are, and I will see that you are a bad person.
Again, not all. But I'm calling on the girls of society.
The girls.
On all of my supporters and anyone else, women, mothers, who know what it's like to have a baby at their breast and who would never want that baby taken away and murdered. I'm calling.
I hate you. Listen, she likes to take humans and put them right next to animals. They're different. They're very different. She likes to do that, but they're different.
Calling on you. Women, teenage girls, grandmothers. We need to rise above.
Rise above.
And help these innocent animals.
Not innocent animals. Animals you like. And the thing is, she doesn't want. She's saying this, but she's really what she's really trying to say in vegan teacher in vegan teacher translation to English. She's trying to say, I need a ton of girls to help me so that we can absolutely destroy all of these commentators. And I hate them all, and I need you guys not to help the animals, but help me, and only me. Because I need help. Even though I have 50 million cannons, machetes, rocket launchers, and guns, and tons of weapons. I need more help for some reason. Even though all of these guys, and all of these commentators, and all of these other people have just a shield and a knife, and that's it.
We are the ones who buy the food, mostly.
Mostly.
We are the ones who cook the food, mostly.
Mostly, is what she likes to say.
We are closest to the children and able to educate them.
Oh, okay, listen to what she just said.
We are the ones who are closest to the children and able to educate them.
What was that last word she just said? Educate them. You know how I have to say this. A good amount of my teachers have been women. Yes, very true. But the thing is, number one, they don't. I have to say, because I am male, I would rather be taught by a male teacher and be more with males. Not you, not like that. But I would like it because I feel I learn a little less, and I feel it's better for me to be with my gender and be taught by my gender. Because it could help me, because then I can feel a more, hey, this guy is like me, instead of if it's just a girl, because they usually talk to just the girls. And not all girls can get close to all guys, and all babies, and all children. Lots of them, if they're not the same gender, they can actually not get very close with them at all. I'm just saying.
Most school teachers are women. We have access to the young minds.
So what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say we'll hijack the system from the inside and then we'll teach the children that they're insane?
Help this world. Make this world a more compassionate place.
Listen, if a teacher went up to me and said, "Listen, you know the animals, we kind of have to protect them. So you guys watch Dominion, okay?" I will laugh at her face right fucking away. And I will be like, what are you, some freaking idiots? I'm not gonna watch that shit. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna watch my Xbox. I'm gonna play on my Xbox. And I'm gonna play Minecraft. And I'm gonna make animal torture machines all day. And they're not gonna be able to do anything about it because it's my free time. And so that won't be very good.
We need to teach critical thinking skills at home and in the school. And we need to teach people empathy. The ability to look at others and feel what they're feeling.
Lots of people can feel what they're feeling. For me, it's half. I can do that, but it's complicated. So, like, lots of people can do that, but she can't. I know she can't. She says she can, and she tries to, but it's hard for her. And she says, and it's just hard for her to lie, because we can just look past her.
And sit with them. And when someone is suffering, we need to teach people to come closer, to look closer at the suffering, and find a way to help. Are you ready to do that?
Want to know something?
Victim, what would you want? Would you want somebody to help you?
I don't know, because I'm not a victim. You're saying animals are victims. They may be victims, but they're not in a Holocaust, and everything you say is a lie, and fuck you.
If you were crying and alone and ripped away from the family that you love, would you want somebody like me to stand up for you?
Oh, hell no. If you were near me, I would tell you, and you were like, oh, do this, I would tell you to get the fuck away from me, and that I hate you, and to not help me, because I need someone that can actually understand. Because I know you can't understand anything.
You know you would.
No, I wouldn't.
If that were the case,
You're gay as
suddenly
fuck.
I would look to you like a best friend.
No, you wouldn't. You would look like a freaking weird old lady that says, I can be your best friend. Hello, I can be your best friend. Well, listen to that, vegan teacher. I want to help you, and I want to help other people. And so, email me. Give me some sort of contact, and I would like to interview you. Maybe people could understand if you have a good intention or if you have bad intention. And I will ask you questions, and then people could understand if you have good intentions or if you have bad, and I would need you to answer them honestly. So, bye guys. The offer's up. The offer is going to be good for a while. Is going to be very good. That vegan teacher, I can help you. You can help me. We can both get what we want, I guess. So, bye guys.